Good afternoon, Lisa.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
Still hot.
Yes, it's a scorcher.
It will cool down in a day or two. But in the meantime, we did our video on Quatermass and the Pit the other day.
Yeah, episodes 1 and 2.
But we'd only done the first 2. Since then, we've done episodes 3, 4, 5 and 6.
Yes, we finished it last night.
And I have even found, and this is going back a little way, a fanzine, Circus, issue 3, which has got a very big piece on Quatermass and the Pit, complete with Radio Times bits and bobs. Written by, here we are, Gareth Preston, which, in very small type, tells you everything you need to know
about Quatermass and the Pit.
Quatermass and the Pit. But let's pick up where we left off.
Yes.
So, you've got the capsule, and you've got the figure that went through the wall.
The soldier says west.
Because in the Goon Show version, they say it were a weasel. It went through the wall and it went.
You like can't do that.
I can't do
can't
that.
Do a pop.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah.
But episode 3 has got the cliffhanger with the reveal of the 3-legged, insecty Martian alien
sort of grasshoppers
things.
We saw a grasshopper yesterday, didn't we?
I saw a lovely grasshopper in the chip shop.
Very
he had lovely eyes.
We were trying to get him outside.
Great big long feelers like that.
He looked like he was like a tiny little Martian.
Yeah, that was nice. So I set him free, and then he immediately flew back in because he was dim.
Yeah.
But episode 3 is the cliffhanger that always makes you jump.
Yes. Well, it doesn't always make. It's the first time I've seen it, but that's the clip makes me jump.
Because you know it's going to happen.
Yes.
That the one's going to fall down.
Yeah.
And you went ooh.
I didn't go ooh.
Which is why you said let's watch Keep It in the Family, wasn't it? Or some comedy.
With tea, so I didn't spill tea all over myself.
But weirdly, having looked at this article, there's a quote. Where are we? It's from Clifford Davies of the Daily Mirror, predicted that the monotony of Keep It in the Family, and I would point out this is the 1958-59 Keep It in the Family. Whatever that is, because I have no idea what that is.
You can't find anything about it.
Not the 1981. Could drive viewers seeking stimulating entertainment into the arms of Quatermass and the Pit. So that was, if that was episode 1, that was 1958. I've tried to look up what this Keep It in the Family is, but
no clue. Without
doing a lot more digging, well, there's somebody out there who'll know, and I'm sure they'll tell us.
Yes, if you know, let us know what it is.
Please tell us what that was.
We are interested.
But weird that you should choose Keep It in the Family. Well, I think, did we choose it together?
You chose it, didn't you?
Yeah,
you said, let's watch Keep It in the Family.
New.
So, yeah.
But the second half of the serial is all about how, Quatermass is trying to prove what this is, and its sort of connections with Mars. Because I like the creature design for this.
Yeah.
Because they're like tripods, aren't they? And the joke is that Nigel Neal's got an association with the Isle of Man.
He had Isle of Man ancestry.
Yeah.
His parents
and
were from the Isle of Man.
He wasn't born there.
He wasn't born there. He was born in Lancashire.
But he moved there when he was 5.
They moved there when he was 5
Yeah.
to give him a better life.
And the Isle of Man symbol's got the 3 legs, hasn't it?
Yes.
Somewhere I've got some shot glasses with the Isle of Man.
Yeah, it's
symbol
something
on it.
I think I've just been reading about it, and the Latin logo translates into whichever way you throw it, I will stand up.
Okay, right. So, but I like the idea that if you look at biology on the Earth, there's a lot of 5 in it. So we've got 5 fingers, and there are starfish with 5 points, and we've got a head, 2 arms and 2 legs, which is 5 again.
Yeah.
So indicating we've all got a common ancestor a long time ago that had 5-point symmetry. So I like that. So the idea that these creatures have got 3 makes them quite alien, but believable for me. Because there is there is the problem in science fiction, and I understand why it happens, in that so many things are modelled on the human form.
Yeah.
Because you've got to get an actor inside the costume.
Yeah.
So you get an awful lot of things in Star Trek The Next Generation that are just humans with some bumpy bits on their head or something like that.
Yeah. That's the one thing where the Daleks...
Yeah, the Daleks are good because they break up human form.
Even though you sort of know there's a man inside pushing it along with his...
So the fact you've got insects with three legs, arthropods, not insects.
Arthropods.
Tell the arthropod story.
Oh, I don't know if it's still there because we've not been for a long while, but when we've been to the Natural History Museum in the past, in the insect bit... Yeah. There's a section all about arthropods, and it's Tom Baker, and it's arthropods. They're everywhere. And every so often we just go along and stand there listening to him say it, and then go away again.
Tom Baker saying the word arthropods.
Because it was just nice to you suddenly get a bit of Tom Baker.
Yeah. But I think they're a great sort of alien design. Mm-hmm. And especially when you've got the footage of them moving. Yeah. It's not so much the shots of them jumping up and down. It's the one that's on the ground that's dragging itself along, and that's really quite spooky. Yes. You know, even now, that's very effective. I think in terms of an alien design that you know we're talking 1958, 1959. So this is a long time ago.
This is a long time ago. Yes.
But they are still perfectly believable. Aliens. Yeah. Because this film footage is obtained by their sort of weird helmet thing, isn't it? Where they've got this device to get sort of people's mental images, isn't it?
So it can see whatever you see through your eyes.
No.
Obviously.
There's a little Radio Times bit here in this article. The girl in the pit, Barbara Judd, takes a hand in the wild hunt in tonight's episode of Quatermass at 8.0, it says. 8.0. So it's 8. But you were saying about, isn't it the word susceptible?
Susceptible,
now,
yes.
What was all this about?
Well, what the basic idea is that because they found the skulls they found of the human ancestors, the half-men, were found above the capsule, but they were in the capsule.
But there's one that's found sort of on the same level.
So, well, basically, the idea is that the Martians took some of the primitive humanoids off and experimented on them. So, certain members of the human race, those that are ancestors of those people, are susceptible to the capsules. Susceptible? That's not even a word.
Susceptible,
sorry, to the capsule's power.
Yeah.
And Barbara Judd is one of them. The drill operator Sladden is another. Yes. And you get an absolutely tremendously good performance from Richard Shaw.
Oh, when he's running along and jumping, and he's got his like he's an insect. Yeah.
Well, like he's a monkey.
Yeah.
Not an insect.
It's very disturbing that piece because he runs off, doesn't he? Like with his face and his body all contorted, and then he goes to what is it? It's just a sort of tea stand, and all the cups and saucers fly about. Yeah. Then he runs to the church for sanctuary, and he collapses on the ground, and the ground undulates. Yes, and that's the cliffhanger. Yes, as the sort of vicar sort of appears and sees him, and that's brilliant because I love the way this ties. The story ties in with religion, and because you've got that brilliant mix from the close up of the creature to the gargoyle.
Gargoyle, that's lovely. Yeah, that is lovely.
But also into folklore as well, isn't it? Because you've got all these books that they look at in the library about, sort of. There's some drawings, aren't there, and stuff. Because you said how you really sort of like those old medieval really drawings of weird creatures.
Because they have no idea what these creatures look like, so they use their imagination, and sometimes they're completely off. Yeah. And sometimes they're quite close to the actual animal, because it's like the thing in in the Shakespeare Code.
Yeah.
Because the pub was called the Elephant.
Yeah.
And the elephant they've got there, it's almost recognisable as an elephant, but it's not quite. But it's what they think an elephant looks like from the descriptions they've heard of it, and that's what this is like. And I always like it, like when you used to get maps and they put a sea creature in the middle of the sea, like a big sea monster of some kind.
Yeah, I mean, I personally like all this sort of folklore stuff, not because I believe it, but I think because it makes for very interesting and deep storytelling with a lot of texture to it. The whole thing, it taps into that fear of the unknown that we've got. Because as you said, you've got the thing that when you get the riot scenes, and I know you didn't like the stuff where they're like the animals.
Yes, you don't see that, you just hear it.
No, you just hear it. But it's that thing about some people are susceptible to the influence of the capsule and the Martians, and some people have perhaps evolved a bit more.
Yeah.
So are immune to it.
Well,
so Fuller Love is, for example,
and Potter is as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And Dr. Roney.
Yeah.
Is.
But I like that Quatermass himself is having to fight against it. You know. Yeah. That's I think that was the right choice. The lead character has to have a mental battle.
Yeah.
With the force that is unleashed.
See, I didn't take it to mean that. I mean, maybe you're right that they are more. They have evolved more. I just took it to mean that there are two groups.
Yeah.
So some people are descended from the hominoids that the Martians experimented on, and some aren't. Some were the ones that were left behind on Earth.
Because Quatermass has this speech at the end about how we are the Martians and we are influenced by this. Because if you ever read the last sort of couple of chapters of Carl Sagan's Cosmos, he talks about the structure of the brain, how the brain has evolved from, reptilian forms into mammal forms into human forms, and each of these layers of the brain
is still there.
Are sort of built like Russian dolls. So at the very centre we've got the reptilian brain, and the reptilian brain is the more sort of violent thing because reptiles like sort of abandon their young, don't they? Whereas mammals care for their young. Yeah. So the mammalian and human aspects are to look after other people. And that's the sort of stuff we should encourage. Yeah. Not the reptilian thing about because you're different, you should be regarded as the enemy. So there's a lot of deep stuff going on here that is still very relevant today.
I'm not going to say what's in my head now.
Well, I know, but I know what you're thinking, I think. This.
And V, I'm thinking of V as well.
Yeah, this was written 1958-59, but the points it is making
are still valid.
Are extremely relevant for now.
I understand why unnerved people at the time.
Yeah.
Because it's not so much that there were aliens that they came here and they did stuff. It's the fact that the human beings and the human species has got such a propensity to turn on itself.
Yeah, I mean this story is partially inspired by Nigel Kneale commenting on sort of race riots. So it's a great shame that, and this is sort of retrofitting it, that Fuller Love. I really wish he'd been played by a black actor. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't because Fuller Love has already been established.
But you could have had a black actor.
Yeah.
In there.
That would have been really. That would have shaken a few. That would rattled some cages. Yes. I think. So that would have been really good. So if you were ever to do a new production of,
you could do that.
That's what I think you should maybe look towards doing.
And the one thing I didn't actually say, we talked about Barbara just being susceptible. Yes, susceptible. Why is that so hard? It's ridiculous. But it kept being emphasised. Yeah. She is susceptible. Well, she's a woman.
You've got the narrator voiceover for recap stuff, haven't you?
And they kept emphasising
that.
And
I noticed that as well. Yeah. And it was clear that because she was a girl, she was a bit more...
She was considered to be weaker.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's not. She I mean, yes, she does... she can't fight it as much, but there's a lot of people that can't. Quatermass can barely fight it.
Yeah.
Really, it's only through his strength of will that he manages to...
Yeah, they never call Quatermass susceptible, do they?
But it's only purely because of his strength of will and the fact that... what's his face helps him.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Bernard Spear, who I did recognise.
Oh, yes, Man with Carrier Bag.
Man with Carrier Bag from Dalek's Invasion of Earth, 2150 AD. But this piece in this article about episode 6, when the creature is the force is defeated. Because how do they do it? It's like
it's this whole thing of Earth. Yes, it's iron and water.
Yeah.
So they get some iron chain.
And isn't it the grate of a fire?
The grate of a fire. Yeah. And Romney flings it up. Rooney, rather. What's his name? The doctor. Anyway, he throws it up and it earths the electricity because it's just power, isn't it?
Roney.
Yes,
yeah.
And he's killed in the process.
But I like the fact that there's a quote here. The special effects explosive charge was extra large, so powerful in fact that, how do you say his first name?
I would say Cess.
C. Linda, as Roney, had to stand between it and the camera, or the camera would have been damaged.
Don't worry about the actor.
I love the fact that the camera is considered to be more important than the actor. We could always get another actor in, but cameras are expensive. The actor had to wear wetted down fire-resistant clothing and eye pads to prevent himself being set alight or blinded by the flash. Wow. That's dedication to your art. Because he's not a stuntman.
No.
He's just some poor actor who's had to be exploded at. Yeah.
I'm going to wet you down.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be fine.
We'll be standing over there with a bucket of water just in case.
But that's the thing. I love the fact that I think Quatermass and the Pit is the best Quatermass.
I mean, it's hard to tell because there's not a lot that exists of Quatermass Experiment.
Quatermass Experiment episodes 1 and 2 only survive, and at this point we have to give a shout out to the Exton Moss Experiment, which is the new podcast on SoundCloud from our friend Simon and Ken Moss,
Simon Exton,
who looks at episodes 1 and 2 of the Quatermass Experiment.
Yes.
Quatermass 2 does exist in full.
And it's got Roger Delgado in it.
Yes, and Old Man Steptoe as well.
Old Man Steptoe, yeah.
Of course, all the Quatermass stuff exists as film versions as well.
And there's a lovely Blu-ray of Quatermass and the Pit.
Which is sitting
over there. I can see it.
Yeah.
With a lovely interview with Julian Glover.
All right, who can't remember a thing.
Who can't remember a lot, but we know
it's a long time ago.
It is. It can when they have to prompt him, and then he's right, yeah.
I remember.
I remember it now, yeah. Well, he is getting.
But to be honest, I can't remember a lot of stuff.
No.
About what I did in the 90s.
He's done an awful lot, Julian Glover. So
I fully sort of sympathise with actors who can't remember stuff, because there's a lot of stuff I can't remember. But. Is this the first time you've seen Quatermass and the Pit all the way through?
Yeah, because we never quite we've got the DVD somewhere, and we
again it's over there.
We watched the first 2, and then we didn't go on to Pit for some reason. I don't know why. I can't remember. So
but on iPlayer, utterly brilliant. I think.
And if you watch it, they'll put more stuff on there.
Yes, please. I'd love to know whether they've had significant viewing figures. I would very much hope so, because it is very important in the sort of history of drama on television. Yeah. Well, not just science fiction, but original drama.
Yes,
that's the thing, because it's written for television. It's not the adaptation of a book. It's not Bleak House or something like that.
As good as that is,
which is great, and maybe we'll talk about that one day
if we can find it again.
It's over there. But as an original piece of television drama, it is absolutely fantastic.
It is. It really is, and it's you should experience it.
And again, we emphasise it looks brilliant.
It does. It really does.
It really does look very good.
It literally looks like it could have been made yesterday.
Yeah. Most of it.
Most of it, yeah.
Some of it's slightly not so great, but the actual film, 35mm film stuff,
it's great,
and it's been restoration teamed and all that. So there you go.
Yes.
So Quatermass and the Pit, part 2.
Yeah.
Well, parts 3, 4, 5, and 6.
6, yeah.
If it's still available,
watch it.
If not, get yourself the DVD and
it's less than £11.
enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.